In this video, I am replacing that grab rail on the back of the CF Moto 650 Adventura with this luggage rack made by Shad, and that part number is COMT60ST. And you can see that it's made for the 650 MT, which I assume is extremely similar, if not identical. But this is the 2022 CF Moto Adventura. But it's the same part number that they list for this bike. So it looks like I'm going to be sticking that sticker on there, right there, and taking the seat off and then removing those fasteners. That is a 13 millimeter, and then these are 5 millimeters. So I will remove these two Allens, and then these two bolts, and then take that off of there, and then we will pick up from there. Now the instructions show the large spacers going underneath the back holes, and then the small spacers going underneath the front holes, and then washers going underneath those bolts. So large spacers in the back, small spacers in the front. Large spacer, small spacer, small spacer. This would be easier if my motorcycle was on its center, or I guess rear wheel stand, but it's a little uneven. Okay, so now I'm gonna set this on top of there. I already got the foam sticker right there on the underside. I'm gonna flip it over and set it on there without moving those spacers. Okay, I needed 2 hands for that because this thing won't sit on there with just gravity holding it down. I had to just hand start these 2 bolts and make sure the spacers didn't get moved. And then with these spacers, they kind of moved a little bit, so I had to kind of scoot them in the right position. But they're there now. And the instructions say to not tighten anything down until all the bolts are started, which looks like they are now. So let's get this one. Okay, so these are all started, so I will run them all down. You know the drill from here, I guess. So I just will run all those until they touch bottom, and then final torque on all 4 of them. Okay, I didn't show final torque on those bolts, but you know how to do that, and putting the seat back on takes 2 hands, so I went ahead and did that. You don't need me to show you how to do that. This is the final product, and now I will be going over and grabbing the top box. Now I have the top box, and it matches perfectly. Got the carbon fiber and the reflectors, and it matches perfectly, like I said. This is the hardware that it comes with. And And it comes with this little mounting plate and then this little cover that hides the hardware. These little red things fit down into these squares. A variety of bolts, nuts, and then like these little clamps that go on the underside. I'm not sure if I'll need those. But anyway, this is the back side. You just set it on there until you find which holes you want to line up. I think I'm gonna put it right here, which I don't know if you can see that, but I'll be using, it doesn't want to sit there very well, but I'll be using these two holes and these two holes. So I'll put those red things in and then put the washers and nuts on the underside. So I'll have you back when I do that. Okay, I got it mounted. I decided to go with the longer of the two bolts supplied because the shorter ones were only barely making it to the nylon part of the nut. But I got it fastened down now. Put this on there. And then see how the top fits on there. And if it's like my last one, which I did a review of a long time ago, I had to grind this down a little bit to get it to fit, so we'll find out. Okay, well, I've just determined that as before, I'm gonna have to grind this down a little bit and grind that down a little bit and maybe sand down these little pads a little bit to get that latching mechanism to latch down onto there. But it just takes a little bit of sanding and then it latches down, but you can still grab the back end and like lift it up and it unlatches. So I need to bring that down about 1 millimeter. Okay, so just as I did before, I took my little sanding attachment and I sanded here, here, and then on the underside of the case, there and there. And now I got it to fit perfect. Latches. Stick that in that groove right there. And then underneath here, I can see where I'm at. Push down right there. Push down a little bit. And it locks in. I don't know if you saw that. But it latches on there perfectly now. It just takes a little bit of downward pressure, which is what you want, so it doesn't vibrate on there. Now it works good. Okay, I got it done. Fits nice, looks great, matches perfectly. Got lucky that these brand came with this motorcycle. Push on that right there. Lift up. Fits a full-size helmet plus a little bit more. I like it. I can change this lock out because when I bought this motorcycle it came with matching lock tumblers so that I could make this key match this key, and that's a whole other video, but I can pop this off and do that later. But anyway, thanks for watching.